bagel busting, y'all. I'm sorry. I done started to lie. This bagel good. Y'all can't see Mr. Jackson. He over there. He over there. Staring at me. Like I'm a whole snack. I know I'm a whole snack, baby. Anywho, y'all seen that Hulu show, Candy, about Miss Candace Montgomery and how she killed her best friend, Miss Betty Gore? That was crazy. It was absolutely insane to me. And then to me, it's like Miss Candy was almost like another Ted Bundy walking around, and they just let her head go. Go ahead, go out there. But that story is almost familiar to what's that nursery rhyme? Um, I forgot. Something little something took an axe, gave her mama 40 whacks. Ain't that kind of like that? And they found out that they could never convict her because they never found the killer because they said she didn't have enough time to go upstairs and take a shower and still not one drop of blood nowhere. That's kind of like that because they were saying, if you paid attention, they were saying that the reason is because she took a shower and so she was in a mental state and she didn't know what she was doing and that she had chopped that lady so many times. I'm like, no, ain't no way you sitting there huffing and puffing and you don't know that you did something strenuous. There's no way if you come out of something, even if your body's in shock, say like you get into a car crash, you know your body is gonna hit you where you knew, oh my goodness, I just did something very strenuous. So I don't believe it. And then her husband took the axe outside and hit the axe, tried to do it 41 times, and he couldn't even do it. So, and not like just blank out on it and take all your strength. No, you knew. You would have been tired. He was tired. He was like, I'm tired. You, that lady knew. She knew. I think she got to a point where that anger from her being embarrassed, like, oh, you waste my time, because she said that. And that right there should have been what they call motive. At that point, you had the motive to kill her. You knew what you was doing. Ain't no way in heck you sit up there. Oh, I blacked out. I'm sorry. I don't remember. I just wanted the whole situation to be over and done with. Like, this was supposed to be your best friend. This was supposed to be somebody that you cared about. Even mental health patients, when they go into a rage or go into a fit, as they call it, if somebody close to them, they might not calm down, but they'll refrain from hurting them. They'll go and have the fit somewhere else or try to get away from them. You tried to get away from her, but at the point that it calmed down, you didn't stop at all. You didn't take a moment to think at all. So you didn't have no feeling for that person. So I'm just surprised that people were running around saying, oh, well, that was her best friend. It couldn't have been her best friend. Couldn't have been. She had no feelings for that lady. And on top of that, she would have been distraught. I know if I woke up out of a trance and this was somebody I loved, I would have been, it would have been over. It would have been over for me because I wouldn't even be able to talk without crying. She had no feelings for that lady.
Yes, need to get my inventory.
Yeah. On top of that,
Maybe
she went about her day. Like it was just a regular Sunday,
my inventory is gone.
no, regular Friday, as they say.
My inventory.
She went about her day.
Like I built last time, and I put it on there. So it's gone.
No. Mm-mm. And then they said, well, it was her mental. It was her mental. No, that lady had common sense. Mm-mm. Because she didn't tell nobody. That's another thing. She didn't tell nobody about anything. She even lied over and over repeatedly to try to convince herself of the story. Oh, after I finished talking to her, I went to the Target and my watch broke. What did y'all talk about? I know if I go to my friend's house, I'm like, and come to find out, she got puppies and we played with the puppies and we had a good time and I saw the baby and I helped her with the baby. I mean, it would have been all about me and my friend. I ain't gonna just, oh, we got to talking and then I went to Target. That was so suspicious to people because it was almost like she was trying to convince herself of the story. Mm-mm. I don't think she had to do that like that. Mm-mm. I don't believe that. And then on top of that, on top of all of that, you left the baby of your beloved friend in the crib for 13 hours. That baby could have starved. You know, that baby was sitting there, poop and everything, and you claim that you like this lady so much. And you left her baby screaming to the point where the baby's voice went hoarse. You didn't console that baby, you didn't do nothing. I don't know. They said that there was blood all over the baby, so maybe at one point she did touch the baby because they don't explain how blood got on the baby if the baby was all the way in the crib. How did blood get on the baby? Because she must have went and consoled the baby. So you had time to plot. I don't care what nobody say. You had time to pick up that story and see how it was gonna work out. Cause she sat quiet for 3 days. I ain't gonna lie. She's a smart killer though. Cause she made her story right. She said that lady came at her with that ex. That was it. That was self-defense. But it was up to the DEA to investigate that point too. And they didn't. That's where they failed at. Because they didn't investigate that point. So, remember she said she knocked over a thing of detergent. So at that point, y'all should have seen the detergent bottle knocked over at the crime scene. If y'all didn't see one, That mean that story didn't make sense. They were supposed to view both angles, and they didn't. So, I mean, that was their fault, and I just feel bad because that lady didn't get the justice that she deserved. All because you go into a trance don't mean you supposed to kill me like that. But in a sense, she brought it on herself because she should never approach that dang old lady with that ex. Because you don't know what people got, in their mental state. That's what I'm saying about my daughter. Like, you don't know how people mental state is. Now, if she would have snapped and just took that axe from her and just started killing her at that point, if I got the axe, okay. But she didn't, and she should have left it alone there. But she didn't. So, at a sense, they were right, but they were wrong not to give that lady nothing because her children, that the one blow that she did should have been good enough. I don't see it where you could just continuously. She had to be doing that for a good 30, 40 minutes, just tacking on that lady. I don't see where that was just a mental trance. I just can't see it. I don't see it. Nope. You took out some frustrations on that lady. You took out some. You was angry at that lady, and like that police officer said, you thought about it. You know what I'm saying? How you think you so special because you done got pregnant by the man I was having an affair with. Nope, I think there's more to that story. And it's unfortunate. It really is. But that's why I don't try people. A man ain't worth it. That's the thing. A man is not worth it to risk your life over. It's not worth it. For what? I mean, if he gonna cheat, he gonna cheat. And he wasn't happy in his marriage. He said that. He said he wasn't happy to he said they had a fine marriage, they didn't have a great marriage. Or a good marriage. They didn't have a great marriage. So he wasn't happy. So in a sense, she kind of she brought it on herself. But I don't think that she should have got. Like I said, I don't think she should have got no charges at all. I think she should have got something, whether it be child endangerment or um, assault with a deadly weapon. Something. Shit. I don't think she should have got nothing. Cause I mean, the intent was she went about her day and didn't tell nobody nothing. This woman was laying in that house, gone for 13 hours with a newborn baby or infant, crying, screaming for 13 hours. And I'm like, where were the neighbors? You hear this baby screaming and crying, and nobody came in to see. What was going on? Nobody even knew that the front door was unlocked. I know if I hear of a baby crying next door in my house, whether it be over here or over there, and I just hear it screaming for 13 hours or even, I would say even 5 or 6 hours straight, I'm going to go and check, hey, everything all right? Is everything good over here? Because your baby's been screaming for a long period of time with no break. Because she was screaming with no breaks, no pause, and her voice went hoarse. So therefore, she was just constantly screaming. I'm going to go over there and say, hey, uh, don't want to be nosy, but want to be nosy because there's a baby screaming. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. I guess it depends on who your neighbors is. I guess it depends on who your neighbors is. And I know people in the community really didn't too much care for her, and it was sad because she said she didn't have too many friends, and that's how she got involved with Miss Candy.
Stop. Stop. That's not cute.
But yeah. But what do y'all think actually happened? Cause I don't believe it happened where she said the lady just grabbed the axe and told her, "I'm gonna have to kill you," and that was that on that. I believe it was some more words exchanged and something else raised her because hypnosis now has been determined that your brain can make up its own imagination even in hypnosis, so they don't really depend on hypnosis now. That was discovered when they asked a couple serial killers, what happened and where the bodies were. Some of the locations were imaginary, they said. So what do y'all think happened? I don't think it went down like that, but let me know in the comments. I just came up here because I had to rant about that show because I just watched it and I was like, and I can't believe, I just can't believe that lady got scot free. And her kids, Miss Bethany and Alyssa, I'm so glad that they made it in their lives, because when you come out of trauma like that, most of the time you have a hard life, and I'm just glad that they had a good life and they was able to move on. They would have made their mom real proud, I'm pretty sure. But let me know in the comments what y'all thought about it. All right, bye.